that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the ball. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready, yellow waiting, yellow waiting.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Breeze now on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11.
57, Mike, 57.
Hey, Haywood.
That's the way.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. He's going to air one out. And that's caught. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way in. Kamara, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
Ready? 5-8.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Check.
Hey, kill.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab, and the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. What's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Out to his left. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going the score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. From midfield, here's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Runs through the contact, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ready? You ready?
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and
it's caught inside the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I got one. Deuce. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, alert 3. Undercrush. Check 3.
They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Sheldon Rankins. And the Saints will have the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Crunch time, defense.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here as he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Short. 47 is the mic. All day. Check 26, check 26. Check 9.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one complete to Smith. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Breeze. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Get him, boy. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Watch the turn.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Bree's going to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Ready? You ready?
A give to Kamara running right. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. That's
to his running back, it's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Snead's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson steps away to his left.
Watch the twist.
And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half. Marcus Davenport. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 4th down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Cameron Jordan. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.